Come on, get in there, my son. What's going on, everyone? Come on, it's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Boom, 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 chickadee chanker. What is happening, everyone? Thank you very much for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of this show, actually, everyone. Smash that like button. Give us a big thumbs up. We're on here a little bit late because I haven't been up long today, as you can see by my face. We were up late doing a late night FIFA anime. We're here, though, to celebrate the news, guys, that Manchester United have reached an agreement with Christian Eriksen, and he has agreed to a 3-year deal at Manchester United. Boom, 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 boom. Get in there. This is great news, of course, guys, on the back of a really gash bit of news about Ronaldo. And it was desperately needed for the club. We're going to cover it all in this video anyway. But we've got the latest news. We've got all the afternoon latest. So do get yourself involved in the chat with the legends. Stephen Kahn, Nas, Aaron Paget, Fung Saya, Sativa Breeder, Conroy Schuller, Ras Sinister, Berber, Nas, Eugene, Griffo Chaz, The Cake Cadet, Wiggy, Ricardo Dos Santos. And there is the article in the live chat from Griffo Chaz. Check it out on the website, guys. Absolute bloody legend. I've also pinned my Instagram post in regard to the news to the top of the live chat. Go and give it a cheeky like and give us a follow on Insta also. But anyway, yeah, do us a favour at the start of this show, guys. Twat the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and get yourself involved throughout because we've got plenty to get into. So, guys, Christian Eriksen to United looks like a go. We're just waiting for a medical, which is already scheduled, and Manchester United have reached an agreement with this guy for a deal for 3 years. So he's agreed personal terms. And get in there, my son. This is looking fantastic stuff. So Ornstein broke the news a little while ago, around about an hour ago, and said that exclusive Christian Eriksen has verbally agreed to join Man United as a free agent. 30-year-old playmaker has communicated desire to play for Man United and accept a 3-year deal. Get in there. Contract needs to be finalised and medical conducted before move. So, of course, they're going to draw up the paperworks, get them signed, all that sort of stuff as well, and obviously have to do a medical beforehand as well to get the approval. I mean, his medical is an important one also because let's face it, this guy is fitted with some sort of personal defibrillator in his heart. So of course, you know, we do need to do a proper medical here, folks. But in regards to it, shouldn't be any issues. Obviously, he's been playing the last few months of the season for Brentford to a good standard. And it's quite remarkable that Christian Eriksen is actually set to sign for Manchester United just based on the fact what happened to him a little while ago, you know. So big respect, big love to Christian Eriksen. Let's get a hashtag get in there, Eriksen, in the live chat because he is chosen, it seems anyway, Manchester United reached an agreement on a 3-year deal. Come on! We've been worried about this one. Will he join Spurs? Will he go back to Brentford? But no, he's made the correct decision, and it looks like he's coming to Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano gave us an update on the situation as well at midday, and he said that Christian Eriksen will sign a 3-year deal with Manchester United this week. Medical is already scheduled. Eriksen has already direct talk with, Eriksen had already direct talks with Ten Hag. Key factor. Man United are working to announce both Malacia and Eriksen as new signings this week. So Malacia, we know he's completing his second part of his medical today. That should be announced a bit later on today, folks. But in regards to Christian Eriksen, this is fantastic news. Get in there, Eugene McGeever. Get in there, my son, Rushmano. Get in there, Mitesh. Come on. This is obviously a great piece of business for Man United, whichever way you look at it. He's only at 30, right? And he's still a quality player with a lot of Premier League experience, i.e. playing for Spurs and just as recently as Brentford, proving he can still create and do well in the Premier League. He's coming in for zero cash. Of course, there'll be signing on fees and the wages probably reasonably high. But in regards to the level of player that he is, I mean, to get a player of this quality for free, it is a very shrewd piece of business. It is a fantastic signing, whichever way you're looking at it. And Man United, if we can complete this deal, would be an absolute 10 out of 10 signing, if you ask me. Because we need cover up there. We need players to come in and replace the likes of Mata and Lingy. And, of course, Christian Eriksen is that guy. Maybe he'll come in and compete with the likes of Bruno Fernandes as well for a starting spot on the team. He is good enough, guys. Let's face it, this is a classy player. I mean, he's a quality player, Christian Eriksen. Always said it. I mean, he's great creative qualities, great set piece, great vision. Great technique. This guy is a proper footballer. He's a proper technical footballer, of which Ten Hag, I think, would very much admire and like to get in his team. So that's what he's done. He's got him in there on a free deal. It's a no-brainer, really, because this guy is a classy player and he's available for nothing. In terms of the overall transfer budget, this doesn't hit the transfer budget at all. We had 6 players leave on a free in the summer, recouping and saving on loads and loads of wages that these guys were being paid. And certainly in regards to the rest of the budget, I mean, that's still intact, isn't it? So this is a great addition to the football club. It adds us a bit of quality and depth in a key area there. And he's coming in for nothing, guys. Get in there! I can't really fault it. Let's everyone in the live chat give this, if we do sign him, which it looks like we are, he's just going to complete a medical, etc. But if we do sign him, guys, what would you rate this signing out of 10 for Manchester United? I mean, I can't really fault the signing. I think it would be a 10 out of 10 signing just because of the freeness of the player. The fact that he is actually £0. That does actually really interest me. And the fact we've got a quality player here for nothing, I think it would be a great signing. Now, it's not the sort of signing that is going to change your team because, let's face it, he's probably coming in to be a backup or maybe even rotate. Possibly might be able to force his way in the first team and keep the likes of Bruno out. But let's face it, it is just another addition to the team. I don't think this is going to change anything too much at Manchester United. We do need to get that engine room sorted out big time, the likes of Jong coming in. But, however, for the signing on its own individually, taking away all the fact of where we are with other signings and the squad and everything, taking that away, I can't really fault the signing, guys, because he's free. There would be a host of good clubs in there. Maybe it's a small risk because of his health concerns, but let's face it, he's been doing it for Brentford. So I can't really fault the signing at all. It's a 10. Palpud says 7. Chrissy says 7. Amida says 5. Overall says 8. Wiggy says 8. Nas says 10. Aaron says 100% 10. Funkside says 10. Palpud says 10. Vuti says 9. Yeah, that's right. Rushmano says Eriksen is a smart signing on a free. A great squad player. That's it. So let's not get carried away with the impact he's going to have in the first team. But on its own, as an individual signing, I can't really fault the signing. It's a great piece of business by United. He's a fantastic player. He's still got a couple of seasons left at the very, very top at least. You know, he's one of the icons of Denmark. It's just a fantastic overall signing. Griffo Chaz says, good and sensible signing given the opportunity. However, it's not a priority. Could see improvement from Bruno now he has legitimate competition. You're right, it's kind of like this Malacia deal, isn't it? It's nice, it's a great addition, but we already had Luke Shaw and Tellez there. This guy coming in, is he all going to change all that much in regards to the actual first team? The same can be said for Christian Eriksen. It is a wonderful signing for what it is, but yeah, I mean, is he going to be featuring in the first team regularly? He may be able to provide competition for Bruno and keep him out of the team, possibly. But I do see Christian Eriksen playing the second fiddle role to Bruno and being rotated a little bit. Maybe he will come in and play on the wide position sometimes if we need to chuck somebody there. Or obviously CAM role is where we're expecting him to play. But that's sort of Bruno's position. And so, I mean, I guess you could do something really attacking and really crazy if you wanted to and play like a deep line playmaker and then Bruno and Eriksen in front, which does sound pretty outrageous. But I guess you could do that. And obviously we've got De Jong coming in. Look, I don't know. There's options there is all I'm saying. I think Christian Eriksen's going to be playing in the CAM role, though. Folks, where do you think Christian Eriksen's been signed to play then? Some people are saying he could be playing in the central midfield. Others think the CAM. Me, personally, I think he's going to be coming in to challenge Bruno for the CAM spot rather than trying to come in and play in that midfield. I mean, it depends who else we get in the midfield. Of course, I guess he could drop back and do a job there, but it's not really what he's all about. He's usually a bit further advanced up the pitch, creating, and I think that's probably where we'll see him as well. That's right. Chrissy says number 10. Both says Wiggy. Yeah, fair play. Hey there, Stallone Roses. What's going on? Superstar, Compost Smurf, Wiggy, the special one, Conroy, Malps, Mark Oliver. Loads of legends getting in. We've got 200 legends watching. Do us a favor. Let's get 100 likes on the stream. Smash the thumbs up. If you're just getting in here, help us boost up there on the YouTube algorithm and drop a cheeky little free like. Cheers. And also, if you're new, smash the subscribe button, guys, because we've got plenty of news coming for you throughout the day. A 10 or an 8 says Chris Ryan. Both says Adewale Adelaji. Mark Oliver says he could be pushed out on the wings to back up Rashford or Sancho. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Kind of like how Mata used to sometimes play out on the wings. Look, Mata's not a winger. Eriksen's not a winger. But if you need them to do a job, obviously, you can stick them out on the wing and they can do a good enough job because their passing is so fantastic. They can whip those balls in, etc. Hey, UK Nation PS4 Gamer, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. He says, yes, Piggy. How are you and your family doing, mate? Hope it's all good. Sure it is, bro. And live chat too. Hey, I'm good. Thank you, UK Nation. How are you getting on, man? Yeah, we're all good, my friend. We're all good. I hope you're well too. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Feeling a little bit better now about the likes of Christian Eriksen coming into the side. Still very concerned with the lack of transfer movement overall and the fact we haven't signed De Jong. And the only two players we've really got coming in properly at this moment in time that we sort of know are really close to coming is Malacia and Eriksen. And those two are good signings, but as we've mentioned earlier, they're not the sort of signings that are going to change the whole first team. They're not the sort of signings that are going to have a massive impact. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully those guys do have an incredible season for us. But what I mean is we need to get some proper first teamers here, some proper ballers, somebody like a Jong to come in and run that midfield rather than, you know, just a couple of squad signings, which is what these are really. Malacia and Eriksen's are squad signings. So these are good signings. Can't fault them for the amount of money we've paid for both these guys. If Malacia is coming in for 15 million euros and Eriksen's coming in on free, I mean, what a couple of great players to get for a cheap amount of money there. He's a number 10, says Rushy. Nathan Best, what's going on, you Don? He says, a midfielder who can pass a ball. Pinch me. I feel you, Nathan. Yeah, I know. That's it. That's what we need, really. We need to just get some technical players in there. Ten Hag favours the technical players who can control possession, control the games of football. We know players like Fred and McTominay not great at that. Bruno very erratic with his passing throughout the season, but we know what a creative beast he can be. Maybe in the right system, if he's honed and coached in the correct way, then this guy can, have a formidable season again for us. Zayn Miyasi, what the fuck? Zayn Miyasi getting in here with a super chat. How are you today, Zayn? He says, Jesus signed. Get the cigars and strippers ready. Fair enough, Zayn. If that's the sort of mediocre mess you want to celebrate, then fair play to you, Zayn. He's bang average, lad. But no, come on then, pick me up, Zayn. Come on, pick me up then, Zayn. You celebrate Jesus, and I'll celebrate Eriksen, okay? Deal. You're paying for the strippers, though. Anyway, so thank you, Zayn Miyasi. Can we all get a sue in the line chat there for Zayn Miyasi? Thank you very much, boss. Wicked news today coming out then, folks. So, so it does look like we're going to get our man here. There was a lot of speculation about whether or not he would be coming before the tour or whether or not he would be coming to Manchester United at all. There's lots of links to different clubs. Spurs were a favourite, it was understood. Brentford, of course, a favourite. But it seems like Man United are prepared to pay the most money for this guy in terms of wages as well. Maybe not just that, but I think we have to think about that as a factor. Because, look, Eriksen seemingly happy in London. Thing is that the opportunity that presents itself at United is just a better, bigger opportunity to play for a better, bigger club than any of the other opportunities that are on the table, it seems. Even like West Ham are interested. Yeah, okay. I suppose if they're going to give him a big role in the team, but they probably couldn't guarantee him that. And also, Man United's just a bigger club. We have Europa League football, which is something. It's not Champions League football. Of course, all the top players want to play in the Champions League. This guy, though, let's face it, health concerns. He's had some worries recently in regards to his heart. Seems to be back on track in regards to as a professional footballer, which in itself is remarkable. But, he can't be asking for too much right now, guys, because of the situation there, really. So, in terms of wages, I personally think there's some reports going around, or previously going around anyway, that United were looking to offer him about £150,000 a week. Let me just ask the live chat, how much do you think Christian Eriksen signed for? Or not, he's obviously not signed yet, but in terms of the verbal agreement with the terms, how much money do you think that Christian Eriksen will sign for per week in terms of the salary? So, it could be 150k. It could be less than that. Lingard was on something like 100 grand a week. Maybe we're just paying him close to that, and that is a lot more than what Brentford could offer him. 150 says Berber, 200 says Rushy, 100 says Rory, 85 says Zeno Rose, Liam says 175, 200 says Conroy Schuller. God, imagine if we paid him 200k a week, though. That's too much money. I mean, it's not because he's free, so you've got to factor that in over the course of the deal as well. If it's a 3-year deal, he's expected to get more money on the wages because obviously he doesn't have a club that we have to pay. So from that point of view, they would have had a strong position to negotiate from. But I can't think we'll be paying him that much because that's like proper key player wages. 100k says Ghost. A Mars Bar duo per week says Nathan Best. Nice. Berber says give him $1 million a week. It's money the Glazers can't take. Yeah, fair play, Berber. That's a good point. It's not our money, is it? But certainly, we've got to look at the rest of the budget for the rest of the season as well. But you are right. Fuck those guys. But yeah, Berber, I agree. Like, that's it. Just get him. We should have just signed him and we've signed. Just get the deal done. The same goes for a lot of the other players we're getting in, to be fair. I don't want to see our wage structure messed up at the football club. But okay, with players like this, he's obviously in keeping with a lot of the players in the squad. I mean, Slabby Maguire's on 180 a week, right, guys? That's what I've heard. Fucking hell. Slabby Maguire's on 180. Martial is on similar, 180, 200k, some people say. Rashford, 200 grand a week. These guys are all gash. And so the fact that they're on that much money, yeah, we can justify paying Eriksen that much as well, to be fair. But maybe that will come out shortly in regards to the amount of money that's been paid a week. I think it's probably about 150k a week. That's what I think would be a fair price for everybody involved. He is a good player. He is getting a bit of a premium because he's coming in as a free agent. But let's face it, he's probably not going to play every single game for Man United. And there is some health concerns there. So I think we'll probably reach an agreement around about there. Jim Watkins, how are you? G'day, mate. He says, hi, Pig. How are you? I was watching from beginning. I'm late as I'm having dinner. No worries, bro. Thanks for getting in the stream, man. I really appreciate that. If you're just getting in it, guys, drop a cheeky little like on the video. Get yourself involved with the chatter, and let's be having you. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Chrissy J. Says, happy anniversary to you and Mrs. P. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that, my friend. Let's get a hashtag 7 years in the live chat. Chris Ryan says, don't depress me by mentioning Slabby. Well, this guy's still at the club and he's still our captain. Unless we hear otherwise, of course, Ten Hag needs to, of course, strip the captaincy off him, give it to somebody else, guys. That's the plan. Right, so let me give you all the information we got on Christian Eriksen here. So he's verbally agreed to join Man United as a free agent. He's, of course, 30-year-old playmaker. He's communicated his desire to play for us, and he's accepted a 3-year deal. He's prepared to accept our offer. There's already a medical set up and arranged, which we don't know the date of at this moment in time, but probably pretty quickly because we're going away on the tour on the 8th of July. And then our first game is against Liverpool in Bangkok on the 12th of July. And then we've got a whole month of games in the tour. And then we'll be back to play the first game against Brighton on the 7th of August. And so therefore, we need to get all of our business done before these guys go out on the tour, or most of the business. So people like Eriksen, yeah, he needed to be in and announced and done and here with the shirt and ready to go on the plane by the 8th of July. It's the 4th of July. Could this be our Independence Day, guys? You know what I'm saying? Could this be? We will not let the Glazers take over. We will not walk quietly into the night. Will this be the day? I don't know, but hopefully we can just get a lot of players in the next sort of 48 hours, 72 hours, because we have got a lot of players that need to be playing with this team and getting coached by Ten Hag and having that understanding and settling in and buying a house and all those other things before we start the season. We need to prepare properly for the season. In order to do that, you've got to get all these guys on the plane. So Eriksen should be in pretty damn soon, guys, within a few days. But the process of drafting contracts has now started for Christian Eriksen, and if that's finalised, he would need to come through a medical test. But that's basically what the latest situation there is. So contracts will be drawn up and finalised, and he will have to have a medical, of course, which is already scheduled. And then once he's passed that medical and once he's signed the contract, this guy will be ours and he will be a free signing. So whichever way you look at it, folks, it's a great signing. He wants to play for us as well. And the only thing is, of course, the medical's got to sign that. But overall, you can't really fault the level or the quality of this player or this signing. It's a banging signing. Rushy says we got 99 likes. Get in there, my friends. Nearly at 100. So Eriksen's fantastic news, guys. Can't really fault this. Let's be having you. And hopefully with this signing and the addition, of course, of Malacia, and if we do get Jong in the next week, then hopefully that would see us pretty good, have a pretty good preseason with Ten Hag, and it would be a lot more exciting to have some of those ballers in the team. Like Nathan Best said earlier, this guy can actually pass. He's actually a passer. He's actually somebody that is technically good. If you look at some of our players in our team, there are a lot of headless chickens. There are a lot of runners. Maybe they're athletes, whatever. Scott McTominay, Marky Rashford. There's lots and lots of players. Fred's obviously bang average when it comes to the passing ability. We've got some issues. So we definitely need to have a look at some ballers, some technical players, some creative players. Some people are really, really good at just creating chances. Who he's going to be creating chances for at the top of the pitch is another question, because there is some very bad news today, guys. No doubt about it. There is some very bad news today, which is that Cristiano Ronaldo didn't come to training. He's missed training at Manchester United today due to family reasons. The club have accepted this explanation. Man United are aware of his desire to leave the club, but insist on their position. Not for sale, want to keep him. So, Ronaldo, we did say yesterday, we'd see how much of an indicator it was of Ronaldo's desire to leave this football club this summer. If he doesn't come back to training, or if he does come back to training and he can speak to Ten Hag, and maybe Ten Hag can give him some assurances and show him that we're actually being ambitious by signing players. And also just lay the smack down and say, look, I need you. You're not going anywhere, pal, type situation, and have that conversation. But as it is, Cristiano Ronaldo he's not actually returned to training, folks. So, yeah, who's this guy going to be scoring goals for? Or who's this guy going to be setting up goals for, I should say? Because it is worrying with no Ronaldo back at the team. Family reasons, okay. He's lying, says Samikaze. Well, I mean, look, of course, there's probably no family reasons here, guys. The reason is that he's indicated his desire to leave Manchester United, and he's trying to find a new club, and his agent, George Mendes, is trying to find a new club. And I suppose in the next few days, the next week, the next 2 weeks, this will be quite a pivotal stage for him to try and find a new club. And this could still be a power play to try and get the Glazers and Man United to spend some money and sign some players right now. But realistically, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ronaldo is the sort of guy where he's just too good at his stage. Whoever you say this to, guys, that Ronaldo wants to leave United, they all pretty much say the same thing. I was speaking to my mum earlier. She's like, he's too good for United. That's basically what she said. He's too good for United. Right now, with the Glazer shithouses owning our club and the position they've put us in, the Europa League guffness, you can't really fault what she said, because he is kind of too good for United right now. I mean, he's the go-to player in the Champions League, and we're expecting him to play some second fiddle rubbish in the Europa. It just doesn't add up, does it, for a player like that who's only got a small amount of time left? This guy's going to be leaving the game of football within the next few years, and he's certainly going to be diminishing in his talents over the next couple of years. That's just the way Mother Nature waits for no man. So time waits for no man, I think is the expression, but you know what I mean? So he's going to, of course, diminish. This is his last chance to really be at the top level and play for a top team. We are not a top team right now, unfortunately. Historically, we're an amazing team. But right now, with where we're at, Ten Hag got a big job on his hands. We don't even know how we'll start the season. We don't know sort of how long it would take for us to get back on the right track and playing the right style of football. There's no guarantees with Harry Maguire as your captain that we're going to do anything. So I don't really blame Cristiano for this one, folks. Let's face it, he deserves better. He came here on the sort of trust basis that, well, we'd be competing for things and we'd be having ambition to try and compete for things. So it's just classic Glazer shithousery that has caused this whole situation. The lack of real investment last summer was a big problem. Okay, they did sign some big players, but they didn't get that midfield sorted that we needed them to. And then you could see the glaring issues in the shite season we had in January. They could have easily gone and made a big signing then just to bolster options in midfield, give us a little bit more quality and save our season. They didn't bother. So it's very frustrating for Ronaldo. I don't blame him, really. And also, he's done this based on the fact of a really shite transfer window. He's not done this a month ago when he was well within his rights to do. He's done it now because I believe he's been giving them a chance to try and convince him that they have ambition to win trophies. Don't necessarily have to win the Champions League, but if you've got a squad capable of winning the league or capable of winning the FA Cup or something, then maybe he would be interested in staying if he's seeing all these quality signings come in. De Ligt and De Jong have come through the door, and Anthony, and, it's all going off. If that was the case, then maybe you would see Cristiano Ronaldo want to stay. But because we can't offer him that, and we haven't done that yet in the transfer window, it's been an absolute shitter of a window. He's got the hump. And he does deserve better, like Malp says. He deserves better than the circus that is United. He really, truly does deserve better. A team like Bayern Munich maybe makes a bit of sense, where he's going to obviously play Champions League football and get regular game time opportunities to win trophies domestically also. Sadly, it may look like Cristiano Ronaldo's time at Man United is coming to an end, folks. It really is quite sad, isn't it? Because I really wanted this guy to just work out and be a complete beast. And he was, to be fair. He always held up his end of the bargain. Let's be honest. He's held up his end of the bargain. It's United that shat all over his dreams. He wanted to come back here and be successful and challenge for things. If we cannot provide him that, then it's us who's not held up our end of the bargain, because I don't think he could have done any more than what he did last season. He's been completely out of the games, isolated out of the games a lot of the time with our piss-poor play. And he still managed to bang in 18 league goals, so you can't really fault Ronaldo. Ernest Matoran says, Frankie tomorrow. Hey there, John Anderson, what's going on? Yeah, JK says Bayern just got Mane, so I don't think so. Well, what if Lewandowski goes, though? That's what you got to remember. I mean, Mane is a winger, right? Lewandowski's a centre forward. If Lewandowski goes to Barcelona, if that deal does come around, then surely they would be in the market for a player like that. But we do understand that Bayern, as of right now, not supposed to be too interested. But maybe if the Lewandowski situation changes, that would also change. So we did have a report yesterday by Christian Falk that said that the rumours that Bayern are interested in Ronaldo are untrue. So hopefully that remains the case. There's supposed to be a few clubs that are interested and have chatted with George Mendes, like Napoli and also Chelsea and some other shithouse clubs. But I don't see him going to a Premier League club. We wouldn't sell him to a Premier League club. We do have his contract for another year. That's the fact. So he's on 500,000 a week, says Anthony. How can anyone feel sorry for him? He needs to get over himself and do his best for his employees, says Anthony White. But he's not here for the money, though, Anthony. He'd rather, I think he's the sort of guy, he'd rather play for it. That's the point. I think he'd rather play for a top team for less money, who's going to win a Champions League or who's got the possibility of playing Champions League football and scoring goals and adding to his accolades. He's a legacy player. The only reason he's taking care of himself the way he is and playing still football at 37 years of age is because he wants to add to his legacy. Finishing 6th place for United isn't added to his legacy. Not winning any trophies not added to his legacy. He came here to add to his legacy, and he's unable to do so because of Man United being in a piss-poor position. So he's the sort of guy, he's not motivated by money, I don't think. Okay, he is on that money. We are paying him. Do your job. I know what you're saying, Roy Keane. But that's your job. Do your job. But that's your job. But, you know, Roy Keane would be saying that as well, maybe. But still, the facts are, he's a legacy player. He's not interested in the money necessarily. He wants to try and win things. And he wants to be in a team that's capable of winning things and capable of challenging. So that's where we have to differentiate this from, you know, not being happy for X whatever reason. He's unhappy because we just don't simply have a good enough team at the moment. And he's not been impressed by who we've signed this summer. He's given us a month. He's given us a month in the transfer window, which should be long enough to see who we can bring in and see who we can sign. And so far, even if we do complete the signings of Eriksen and Malacia, they're just 2 squad players that have come in. Is that really enticing or exciting or, you know, ambitious enough for a player like Ronaldo to look at that and go, crikey, I mean, is that it? I think he's looking at it going, God almighty, we've still got Harry Maguire. We've still got McFred in the centre of the midfield. We haven't improved this team at all. Crikey, these shithouses behind me, there's no chance I'm winning anything this year. I think he's being realistic, guys. I don't really blame the guy. But it could be the possibility of him trying to force Man United to do some business. It is funny how this agreement's been sort of announced today with Eriksen as well, and that Malacia is coming to sign today. Just a couple of little things happening. Maybe if we could push for Jong and get that announced soon, just maybe Ronaldo would change his mind, but it doesn't seem like it. He's not turned up for training, guys. He's cited family reasons, family issues. But we all know, really, this is more than likely down to the fact that he's looking for a different club and he's not happy with what we've done. But let's just ask the live chat. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo stays or goes? Does he stay at Man United? Do we put our foot down? Does Ten Hag say, no, you're not going and we've got your contract, you're here for a year? Or does he go? Do we sell him? Do we let this one-away player go for not very much money, even though he's an absolute beast? Stay, says Vutinator. Let him go, says Ikra and Daya. That's why, says Josh Lee. Cheerio, Ronaldo, says Malp. Stay, says Fungsire. Sell him, says Must Play. Happy 4th of July, normal guy, and all the Americans in the chat. Well done. Yeah, Independence Day. Enjoy it. AKA happy it wasn't worth the hassle day. Mass786, go. Nathan Fell says go. Stay, says Hamza. Go, says Ricardo. Leave, says Josh Lee. Stay, says Conroy Schiller. He's staying, says Slydog and Hoodstar. Sell to Arsenal, says Arsenal for life. You say he stays for 50, says J King. Let him go, says Nasir Ali. Patricia says stay. Rushy says, can we get a replacement in time, though, in the time frame? Really difficult, in my opinion. I guess you could sign somebody, right? But are they actually going to be a replacement for Ronaldo? Who can replace Ronaldo? And the only person who could replace Ronaldo, I suppose, would be someone like Robert Lewandowski if he was available, which he's not because he wouldn't want to come either. So we have got issues there. I think you're right. I mean, you've mentioned yourself, Rushy. You'd like Lautaro Martinez. Some people have mentioned players like Scamacca, Nkunku. You know, it's quite a long list of players. Tony, of players Manchester United could go and get. The only thing is that, yeah, time frame's an issue, especially if we're going to get them working with the squad in the pre-season. That's not really going to happen. And also, these players are just not as good as Ronaldo, are they? Even at his age. Some of them may be shrewd signings, though, like, for instance, Nkunku, if you can get him for the right price, he's a versatile player, he's young, and he can play in multiple positions, so he would help you out in a lot of different ways as well. But if you want a proper centre forward, you know, you go for, I don't really know, guys. I mean, you know, Scamacca might be available at a decent price, or some sorts of Patrick Schick. You know, there's a bunch of different players you could get. But again, how many goals are those guys going to score in the Premier League? Well, we don't know. I mean, it depends how the rest of the team's playing. There's some mentality to say that we could actually play better once Ronaldo's at the team. A lot of people think that having Ronaldo at the top of the pitch shackles us in some way. Maybe we can't press from the front as much. Maybe he's not as mobile as one of these younger whippersnappers, obviously. And and I personally disagree. I think we just need to play him as the fox in the box and do the business behind him. But getting a striker would be tough at this stage. And would they be good enough? Probably not. Benjamin Bessemer, thank you so much. I mean, the best top strikers have already gone. Erling Haaland went to City. And, of course, Darwin Núñez went to Liverpool. Benjamin Bessemer, mate, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel again. You absolute don. Guys, can we get your favourite Bacon Brigade emoji in the live chat to welcome in Mr. Benjamin Bessemer? Sue! Thank you so much, Benjamin, for getting in here raw, lad, and becoming a member of the Bacon and Egg Brigade, dude. Thank you for supporting the show. Again, my son, you're absolute bloody legend. Thank you, man. Mitesh L says, as much as I love CR7, he's a winner. He doesn't belong with the shit we have. Yeah, that's how I feel as well. We just can't provide him what he needs, which is the ability to challenge for things. This is a rebuilding season. It's a tough one. I mean, Ronaldo, I think, gave us a chance to maybe have a proper go of it in the window and see if we could sign some quality players. We got a new manager in. He's perfectly, okay to give that guy a chance, but he's waited a month to see what we've done. He didn't do this a month ago. It would have made more sense for him and us and everyone else for him to do this a month ago, but he didn't. I think that's a key sign of him actually being prepared to give United a bit of a chance. And now, because of our lack of movement and our poor recruitment so far in the summer, well, he's sort of made up his mind that maybe this isn't the place to be. It's just not really that realistic that we're going to challenge. He's looking at City, signing Haaland, and doing the business they've done, and other teams improving, and we're the club that are miles away, and we haven't improved to the same degree. It's an absolute disgrace. Hey there, Sly Dog. Hey, Sly Dog, he says, you're right, Pig. He's given us some time to see what happens, and nothing has happened except sign someone with a pacemaker. Sly Dog, I mean, what are you saying, though? Eriksen's a quality player. Okay, he does have he's actually got like a defibrillator in him, but, in case his heart stops. But, hey, look, let's be honest. What's that got to do with anything? Hey, thank you, Benjamin, for being a member for 11 months, pal. Really appreciate it. Let's get a hashtag 11 months in there for Benjamin. How the devil have you been? He says, Piggy, I'm back. Now on to Ronaldo issues. We need him. Unless we can get someone by the end of July, then he could go. Thank you so much for being a member of nearly a year now, bud. Let's get a hashtag 11 months in there. So in regards to, hey there, Mrs. P. Cake Bandit. Happy anniversary, dear. Hey, so in regards to, Ronaldo, what did you say? Oh, right, yeah. I mean, the thing is with Ronaldo is, yeah, we don't have to let him go. You bring up a good point. Like, he is our player, so we've got a contract until next summer. I believe we even didn't we have another option for a year? I mean, both parties, I guess, have to agree to that, but there was another option for a year that I think. Could be wrong on that one, but 2-year deal, obviously. He's come in now, and Man United, we've got 1 year left on his contract, so we don't have to get rid of him because he's our player. We can just let him walk in a year's time. I'd rather just keep him, to be fair. I don't think there's any benefit from selling him, unless you do get quite a lot of money for him, as we've discussed yesterday, like 50 million quid, 40 million. 40 million quid, you can buy a new striker for that plus a little bit more money. You can get a top striker for 60 million. If you've got 40 million for Ronaldo, then okay, fair enough. Maybe it makes sense to add another 20, get a top striker in for 60 mil who's younger and hungry, is going to actually have a future, rather than a 37-year-old who's diminishing. So it does make a lot of sense. But will we get that much money for him? Nobody's going to pay that much money. The only club that I could see actually being prepared to pay that much money would be Paris Saint-Germain, because they could get Messi and Ronaldo in the same team, and they obviously paid Mbappe like 300 million to stay, and just money to them means absolutely nothing. So I could see that happen. But would he go to a shithouse farmers league like that? I don't know. But if I was PSG, I'd be doing absolutely everything in my power to try and get that deal done. Just because it would be such a commercial success for them to be able to get Ronaldo and Messi on the same team. The whole world of football fans would tune in week to week to see that one. So, hey, that's the only thing I could really see in terms of a team being prepared to pay a decent amount of money to us. Otherwise, it's sort of the money that we paid, isn't it? I mean, Ronaldo's wages are so high that it is a bit of a drain on a club. Although his commercial successes and his commercial benefits do outweigh that. So I don't think you can really look at his wages as a drain, because he just adds so much extra commercial value to your football club. But, if he was to go somewhere, they've still got to cover £500,000 a week, and they've still got to pay a fee, maybe 15 million, 20 million, more or less what we paid for him, right? So it's not a huge amount of money. So it doesn't add up for Man United to let this guy go and lose that amount of goals just for 15 or 20 million quid. Just keep him and let him go in the summer. To hell with him if he's unhappy. Sorry to say, Cristiano, are you going to fester on the bench then, lad? And not be prepared for Portugal in the World Cup, sir? Is this what you want? Fine. I don't think he's going to do that, though. I think if Manchester United stood firm and just didn't accept any offers and said, hey, look, Ronaldo, we know you want to play Champions League football. We know you deserve better, lad. But you're not going anywhere, son, because you're our player and you're contracted. What's he going to do? He's still going to want to play football. Once that transfer window closes, he's going to want to play football, guys. I know he'll be petulant and sulky, but he'll still want to play football, folks, I think. So I think we just got to stay firm and keep him. I think unless we can sign a quality player, which we need to work on now, if we can get a good forward. I mean, we should be signing a really fantastic forward player anyway to go alongside Ronaldo, back up Ronaldo, rotate with Ronaldo. That's what Ten Hag wanted at the start of the window. He was reportedly looking at Darwin Núñez, who ended up going to Liverpool. So we've already got an interest in signing a forward. We needed that anyway. Why wouldn't we go and get a forward now? So that we've got backup just in case something happens with Cristiano Ronaldo, but also to add extra quality and depth there. So I think that our new signing, one of our new signings this summer, really should be a centre forward now, just because in case what happens with Cristiano Ronaldo, we should have some ambition to improve all areas of the team anyway. We could have done with a centre forward this summer, definitely. Otherwise, we've got the likes of Martial and Rashford backing him up. So if Ronaldo stays or Ronaldo goes, sign a centre forward. Paul Woody says Fergie will convince Ronaldo. Okay, but you can only convince Ronaldo so far. He's got his own ambitions. He's a legacy player. Like I said, he's not here for money. Plus, he's so old now. When I say so, he's only 37, but for a footballer, he's so old now. Does he really want to be doing favours for people? Does he really want to be delaying seasons? Does he really want to be staying here for another year before he can go and do something and win something? Not really. I mean, do you remember back in the day when he was at United, he wanted to leave for Real Madrid? Yeah, Fergie convinced him to stay another year and said, look, sorry, getting another year out of your son, then we'll let you go. And of course, the money at the time was a ridiculous amount to receive from Real Madrid. So it was a deal. But yeah, he couldn't keep him. He couldn't keep him that time. And this is similar in the sense that we could try and get another year out of him. And regardless of, hey, look, whether or not he's happy or not, he's Cristiano Ronaldo, he's a GOAT, we've got you, you're ours. I mean, even just from a commercial point of view, right, folks, for Man United, they might as well keep him. They're just losing somebody that is going to have so much interest. How many people would still buy Ronaldo shirts if he's a United player this season? How many people are still going to be interested in United because of Cristiano Ronaldo? There's a lot of that as well you've got to factor in. Like, it's from a commercial point of view, it doesn't make sense to sell him. Vutinator, thank you very much. He says, smash that like button for the pig. Thank you, Vuti, you bloody legends. How many likes are we on right now? We are on 159 likes, exactly half of the legends tuned in right now. We can do better than that. Let's have a little Bacon Brigade. Like spike. Smash that thumbs up on it. It's free. Boost us up on the algorithm. Help us compete with the clickbaiters and the corporation bastards. And get yourself in there raw, baby, with a hashtag Eriksen. Woo! Hey, Roshmano, wow, thank you for the £20 super chat, you bloody legend. Sue! Get in there for the super chat, you don. He says, I'm wondering, not getting Núñez has really frustrated CR7. He knew a young striker was being brought in. Now that's not happening. He's probably seen the briefs from the club about new starts for Rashford and Tony. A shit show. Yeah, I mean, even just the other positions of the team, I think he would probably like to be the main man at striker, really. And I think it's the rest of the team he's looking at, like the midfield, the fact we haven't got Jong there and all these other players. I mean, really, for him and his own point of view, he would like to be numero uno anyway, wouldn't he? I guess he does want cover, he does want backup because he can't play every single game. And if the United side is actually really going to do so, we do have to replace Edinson Cavani and have a proper goal scorer. So I feel that. I mean, the Núñez situation is a frustrating one. My only other thought is, what if we were pursuing Darwin Núñez at the start of the window because Ten Hag already knew and Man United already knew that Ronaldo was going to go. And so that's why we were prepared to even have negotiations and discuss that option of signing a really expensive forward and taking up a huge amount of our budget. I mean, we should sign a forward with what we've got available, but now it's like other areas of the squad seem to be paramount, in my opinion. I think the midfield, the defence is key. But maybe that's the case. Yeah, maybe that's the case, Rushmano. Maybe he's frustrated just about the lack of options that we've got up there. We do need extra firepower for when he's not available, and certainly in other areas of the team. Or maybe we knew about this a little while ago, but I can't think that's the case because I think Ronaldo wouldn't leave us in this situation, a month with a month into the window. I think it's obviously happened in the last month. It's obviously something that's changed. His mind's changed because of how piss poor the window's been. But yes, I think you're right, bud. I think you're right, to be fair. If it's not Darwin Núñez, it's other players that we haven't signed that has definitely made him concerned. I mean, if United had signed De Ligt and he knew that a fucking human smeg fridge would not be wearing the armband, that would be great. Or if we'd signed De Jong and he knew that there's somebody capable of passing the ball around in midfield who might create some chances for him. He's looking at the current setup thinking, crikey, McFred in the centre of the park. They're just not going to create for me just like they didn't last season because of the shite. Harry Maguire's my captain. Fuck that. I'm not taking any sort of instruction from that bloody slab of stone. Thank you, Rush Money, you bloody legend. Alex, what's going on? He says, Eriksen, Sue. Get in there, my son. Yes, lad. Come on. Christian Eriksen is going to hopefully be a United player very, very soon. Hey, look at this. We've got another update that's just come out, guys. Big information. Let me just get this up on screen. Thank you very much, Rushmano, for this one. It's just been tweeted out. Let's get it up on the screen for you guys. So, yeah, but there you go. As you can see from there, it is confirmed Ronaldo to miss the training. He's got family issues, which is a big issue, of course. Nightmare. That's obviously not true, is it? It's just down to the fact that he may be leaving the football club. Guys, Romano's just tweeted this. Tyrell Malacia has now successfully completed the second part of his medical test and signed his new contract as a Man United player. Sue! Get in there, you handsome bastards. Let's go. Tyrell Malacia, he's gonna have ya. Tyrell Malacia. Hey, we've just come up with a chant there, guys. It needs some work. Don't know the rest of the lyrics. But you know what? That's got some legs. Tyrell Malacia, he'll fucking have ya. Something like that. Anyway, Tyrell Malacia, get in there. Looks like we've got this guy. Let's get a cheeky little hashtag Sue in the chat. He's now successfully completed the second part of his medical test and signed his contract as new Man United player. Sue! United are preparing the contracts for Eriksen after his green light to a 3-year offered and deal that he's accepted. Sue! Fantastic! Get in there. Beautiful stuff, guys. Look at that. Yeah, oh, that's the one. He'll fucking murder you. That's the one, Alex. Tyrell Malacia, he'll fucking murder you. Tyrell Malacia. Yes, that's a good one. We just invented that on this channel right there, then, guys. Me and Alex with a little bit of a duet there, co-written. It's written says, do you think we'll get Ronaldo and De Jong for the next season? I think we're working on De Jong, aren't we? And hopefully that looks good. But hey, look, there's still ways that could fall down. But in regards to Ronaldo, I hope so, bud. I mean, crikey. I don't know. I mean, there's some arguments to say that maybe Ten Hag doesn't even really want Ronaldo. I think that'd be crazy because surely Ronaldo's like the go-to player of all time. And he scored 18 for us in the league last season and you'd be a fool not to want him. However, does he fit a Ten Hag style of play? Is Ten Hag really looking to get somebody else in anyway? We did try and sign Darwin Núñez and we were interested in him at the start of the window. That's a big, expensive signing, taking up a lot of your budget as a forward player. So you would think, crikey, maybe, I don't know, maybe we've already had this plan of getting somebody else in. Piggy's got ghostwriter, says Palmaris. Jonathan says, Pig, if you were Ronaldo, you would want to go too. Yeah, fair enough, Jonathan. I mean, in terms of your career and your legacy. Griffo says, is it Malacia or Malacia? It's Malacia. Ray Carl Brown Amory says, oh yes. Wouldn't it be funny if it was Malakia and we've all just been saying completely wrong this whole time? It's Malacia though. I'm pretty sure it's Malacia. Good signing. Yes, Callum Gill. Now get more. Hey, Cake says, just enough for backup left back, but bye Tellez. Yeah, Tellez out now, I'm afraid, guys. He will be on his way. Surely there'll be bids coming in. Maybe Porto. We've got to offer him around. But I would imagine that, yes, this guy is probably going to be offered around to different clubs and probably will not be a United player very much longer. Tellez out. I like that. Tyrell Malacia, he'll fucking murder ya. Tyrell Malacia, he'll fucking murder ya. Love it. Get in there. Hey, Vexo Wase, what's going on, bro? He says, hey, Piggy, what would be your midfield now if we get Frankie de Jong? My midfield, if I had to choose the midfield right now based on the players we have, and if we just got de Jong in, it would probably be, if we just got de Jong and not Martinez or anything, I guess we'd have to go with something in the way of Fred alongside de Jong with Bruno in front, or Fred I don't know. I mean, Fred has to be a part of it right now, based on who we've got now. Or actually, we could go with Frankie de Jong and Donny van der Beek in behind Bruno. But maybe you need a bit more of a ball winner there. I don't rate Fred, to be honest, that highly, guys. But we need to sign another midfielder, is basically what I'm saying. Maybe Lisandro Martinez could play DM there. I'd like a Sangare. If not a Sangare, someone like a cheeky little, I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. There's so many different midfielders. We'd take any of them. I'd like to get Tielemans in. That's another player. Neves, Ruben Neves. These guys would be exciting, fantastic signings. But yeah, definitely the current midfield. Tyrell. Oh, that's a good one, Alex. Get in there, my son. Tyrell Malacia. He'll fucking murder you. Tyrell Malacia. He's just like Evra. That's fucking quality, mate. He's our new Evra, Tyrell Malacia. That's brilliant. Ian Dawn, I love it. Mate. That's brilliant. We've just come up with a fucking banger right there, guys. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Rushy says we're nearly at 200 likes, guys. Please do us a mad favor. Drop a like on this video. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Let's get to 200 likes soon. Right, plenty more to get into today, folks. Then we're going to have a big Q&A at the end of the stream. So let's get in there. Also, take a moment to hit the subscribe button if you're new. We're almost at 59,700 subscribers, guys. We're not that far away. So if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're about 5 away, guys. Is there 5 of you legends out there who haven't? Hit the subscribe. If you're new here, we cover United in the latest, all the latest news in a no bullshit way. We've got a great community here at Legends. Hit that subscribe, click the bell icon to get yourself involved and help us get to 60,000 subs as well. JT4HD says, thoughts on CR7? Pig, he's a shithouse and he's finished, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I fucking love Ronaldo. I still think he's one of the best strikers in the world. Somebody that in the right team could still get 30 Premier League goals in a season. I still believe that. If he was playing for City, he'd probably have done that last season. So I still think he's one of the best goal scorers in the world. I think we should do everything in our power to keep hold of him, even if it means that he's playing football with a face like a smacked ass. If he's sad, if he's upset, if he's sulky, don't give a toss, to be honest. Score goals for us. We're paying you 500 grand a week, man. I honestly feel like that. I know we're holding him back. He does deserve better. He should be challenging for Champions Leagues and trophies and all this stuff. Doesn't matter. You were the mug who signed for us, mate. You know what I mean? You fucking had a mayor and signed for us, lad. That's your shitty mistake, pal. You know what I mean? You're being paid. You're contracted. Sit up, shut up, and play. That's how I feel about it, to be fair. No, well, look, I love Ronaldo in all fairness. I think he's too good to let go. And it doesn't add up for financial reasons. Unless, to be fair, like I say, we were going to get 40 mil or something for this guy. Paul Ramsey says 200 likes. Let's go. Baby, we did it. Blake have the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 200 likes, baby. Nice one. Hey there, monks. It's Theatre of Dreams. All we do is just dreaming. Well, okay, look. It's a fair point. We haven't actually put anything into motion at the moment with regards to improving the first 11. We've got a couple of good squad players, but we haven't actually done too much, have we? It's a disgrace. Yeah, hey, Paul Woody, I'd take Anthony in a heartbeat. He says, what about Anthony right wing and Sancho Rashford left wing? Ron up front. That's got goals. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, Sancho is an inside forward on the left. Anthony on the right. Ronaldo up top. Sounds good to me, but Ronaldo might not be here, pal. Straight jacket for Ronnie, please. Yeah, let's keep him on lockdown. Let's keep him under lock and key. Jonathan says Manchester United won't challenge with Donny van der Beek and Maguire. You're right, Jonathan. Yeah, Maguire's an absolute shitter. You hate Donny, though, don't you? You just wait and see, Jonathan. You just wait and see. Donny's going to do okay this season, mate. I promise you. Because he's going to be playing under the tutelage of Erik ten Hag, who likes him and will give him chances, and he'll be the first coach to play a similar sort of style to what Donny is used to as well, and he'll also be the first coach to really give him a chance. And therefore, Donny will do well and flourish under ten Hag, I personally think. Yeah, Ronaldo leaving will stall your recovery, I feel, bro, says 0793. It could go two ways. Ronaldo leaving could be a catalyst for us having to sign loads of different players in loads of different positions to try and salvage something from this season, because he's that big of a loss for us. So in one respect, it could actually make the team better if it means that we have to go and buy players. But also, yes, like you say, it could cause us to go backwards in the sense where we really struggle because we lost our goal scorer. Definitely JT4, Captain Slab, still a disaster. Matthew Adateo, what's going on, Adateo? Matthew Adateo, he says, glad to see United are bringing in players now, mate. Matthew, thank you so much for being a member of this channel for 11 months, guys. We've got a highlighted member comment from Matthew Adeteo. Let's get your favourite member emoji and a hashtag 11 months in there. Glad to see United are bringing in players now. Finally, Matthew. Finally, my friend. Yeah. Well, good players, good signings. Can't fault them. I asked the live chat earlier. I'll ask the live chat again since we've got a few hundred legends in here now. How would you rate the Eriksen signing out of 10 on a case-by-case basis? Ignore everything else that's going on in the transfer window. Just rate the Eriksen signing out of 10. I can't really fault it, so I'm going to give it a 10 because he's a classy player. He's free. He's still got a few seasons left at the top, and he's going to provide great cover and great competition for our team. So it's not doesn't help the first team out necessarily too much. Maybe he forced his way in there. But it's just overall, you can't really fault that individual signing. If any of the top teams signed Eriksen for free, we would be saying it's a shrewd signing. So the fact that United have managed to convince this guy to come and sign a 3-year deal is a really great piece of business. It is, in my opinion, it's a 10 out of 10. Jack says 2. Dizzy says 10. Simon says 7. Nice one, Dizzy. Nice one, Simon. How you guys doing? 8 says Paul Ramsey. 2 says Jack. I mean, look, it's definitely not a 2. This is a fantastic sign. The only reason, I'm not asking you to rate our transfer window. I'm asking you to rate the individual signing here. It's a good signing. It's a great signing, in fact, some may say, because of the quality that he's got and the price of the player, the fact that he hasn't cost any money. Yeah, that's right. United Till I Die says 10 too. Damn right, he ain't worth 3. He's worth money. Exactly. If he was playing for a different club, we'd still be interested in him, but we'd have paid 10 or 15 million to this guy. For this guy. Mitesh, thank you very much for getting this as 10 as well. Yeah, nice one. So a lot of people feeling it's a good signing. Some people think it's average. Carl Moss says 8. Madhouse says 7. Pedro says 2. Some people think it's not the best of signings because maybe it's not a proper signing for the first team like a De Jong to really come in there and improve our starting 11. I think Eriksen will compete for starting spots in this team and he will be versatile enough to come in and do jobs maybe a bit deeper, maybe a bit wider, sometimes as and when needed. So he is a versatile player we can utilise a little bit, and he's a quality player. So that's why I think it's a really good signing. I can understand people's frustrations, but from that individual signing, it's a good signing. And then we look over at Utd Malacia, who's about to be announced today by Manchester United, it seems. And we can confirm, really, that that's also a very good signing. Let's ask the live chat about that one. So rate the Utd Malacia signing out of 10. We've swooped in, hijacked the deal from Lyon, 15 million euros and 2 million euros in add-ons, so about 13 or 14 million quid for a 22-year-old Dutch international left-back who's got bags of potential, is good defensively and offensively, and somebody that Ten Hag's identified whilst playing against him and having his team ripped apart. I'd say that's a fucking banger of a signing as well. That's an 8 or a 9 out of 10 signing as well. Again, doesn't necessarily help the first team too much right now, because who's going to be playing at left-back? Is he one to come in and try and compete with Luke Shaw and take over from Luke Shaw? Is Luke Shaw just a man? Is this guy just a backup? He probably is just a backup. However, I think this is also a 9, a very good signing from Manchester United. Still, you can't fault it. Palmaria says 7. Akalish says 7 or 8 for Malacia. 8 says Killer Boss. 9 says Overruled. 7 says Imor. 8 says SA. 3 for the window, yeah, fair point. Cake says 6. A Monstrous. 10 says Carl Jackson. Big God Bob says 9. 9 says Conroy Schuller. 7 says Malacia. 9 says Dizzy. Thank you very much, guys. Rushy says subscribe to the channel. Yes, hit the subscribe, hit the like on it. Get your thoughts in. Daniel thinks it's a 9, and Dizzy, and Busy the Beast, and Matthew Adeteo. Nice one, guys. 9 says Vutinator. Lots of people feeling this is a good signing. I think it's a good signing too, guys. I can't really fault the 2 signings we've made already. Those are good signings for the squad. They've cost not a lot of money. They're on probably not that much money either, wages-wise. Maybe Eriksen's on 150k a week, but he's worth it, really. And this guy, Malacia, is understood to be probably receiving around about 40 or 50,000 a week to begin with. Could be more, but he was only on 13,000 a week at Feyenoord, so he's got a big improvement in his contract to come to United. 50k a week's cheap business. He may turn out to be a fantastic player for us in the future. Obviously, Ten Hag can have to develop him. He will develop well under Ten Hag, I think, because Ten Hag's bought him for a reason. He's a Ten Hag signing, so we'll play him. Hey, thank you, Little Games, for thumbs up in the video, bro. Appreciate that, man. What number do I think Eriksen will wear, says Killer Boss. What number? 69, dude. No, I don't know, bud. What number would he wear? What number did he used to wear? I mean, I don't think he's getting one of the 1 to 11 numbers. I don't think he'll be getting a 10 or anything like that, you know? So he's probably, I mean, yeah. Oh, 8. Number 8, because Juan Mata's left, right? So number 8's available, I guess. So number 8, actually, maybe. Bruno 8. Oh, yeah, shit. Sorry, Bruno got the 8, didn't he? Bruno's getting the 8. Yeah, of course. Eriksen will get the 18. Yeah. So Bruno was 18, wasn't he? So, yeah, he'll probably get 18. Or 23, says a Busy the Beast. He's getting 7, says Madhouse. He won't get the 7, but 6, says Paul Woolley. That's good. That's a good point, Matthew Adeteo. You're right. Bruno's going to take the 8 and Eriksen takes the 18. I think you're probably onto something there, boss. Yeah, that's right, oh Busy. Bruno wants the 8. So, yeah, Juan Mata vacated the number 8 shirt. Bruno probably get the 8. And then I guess Eriksen could get the 18 or a different number. Yeah, so fair enough. Or, yeah, fair enough. Right, so Eriksen agrees to Man United. It's great news, guys. Medical's coming very, very soon. Can't really fault the sign-in. Can't fault the sign-in of Malacia. It's great stuff. Let's get into some of the other news we got very quickly. So we know the situation with Ronaldo, guys. Very frustrating. We're not going to cover that anymore. We'll have a Q&A, of course, at the end if you guys want to talk about it as well. But, you know, he's missed training due to family reasons. We know it's probably down to the fact that, well, he's already said that he wants to sort of leave. Man United are working on Lisandro Martinez as well, guys. So we're working on him to try and get in before we can go on the preseason trip, apparently. So we have been working on it, and that's progressing, but still need to be an agreement in place with Ajax, and then we can work on personal terms and medicals and things like that for Lisandro. But at the moment, Arsenal are still in there. With the possibility of putting in another bid, I suppose. So, look, it's looking good for Lisandro Martinez as well at Manchester United. We've also got Fabrizio with a little update here that said that in regards to just an update here. Oh, no, that's not the one. Wait, anyway, it says two details to be clarified on Man United stories. Malacia confirmed with official contract signing later today, and Cristiano Ronaldo agent Mendes will explore options, but there's still no full agreement or any club that's tabled an offer right now. Also, all the rest of the international players returned to training though today. So Ronaldo was absent, but everybody else rocked up and as planned. And of course, Utd Malacia has now completed his. Let's get that up on the screen as well. Where did that go? That's not the one. That's not the one. That's also not the one. There it is. Utd Malacia has now successfully completed second part of medical tests and signed his contract as new Man United player. Man United are preparing contracts for Christian Eriksen. So that's great news, just to clarify the situation with Malacia. Okay. Also, although Ronaldo has communicated that he would like to leave Man United, he still hasn't actually had a conversation or spoken directly to Ten Hag, it seems. So that way, that conversation, once Ten Hag's spoken to him, they can get a gauge and a feeling of the situation as to whether or not that we can maybe increase the likeliness that we win things this season by having more ambition. And also if Ten Hag wants to keep him, and also what Ten Hag's thoughts are on, what we could do and what we could do to convince him to stay, because obviously it depends if Ten Hag even wants him. Some reports say that he's not really his type of player. I think you'd be a fool not to have Ronaldo, but there you go. Also, it's understood that Bayern Munich briefly discussed the Ronaldo situation and realised almost in the same breath that the answer did not make sense. This is from Laurie Whitwell. Basically, because of the finances, maybe if Lewandowski goes, but yeah, he's expensive. I personally think they would be foolish not to get him if Lewandowski goes. If there was an option for them to take him, crikey. If Lewandowski goes, he'd be a perfect signing for them to score Champions League goals and all the rest of it for another year at least. Mike Verwey has reported that United want to complete the signing of Lisandro Martinez before this Friday so that he can go on tour with them. After a long conversation with Man United, Ajax are now willing to cooperate with a transfer, but they still do want 50 million euros. So this is an update from Mike Verwey that suggests that, look, we can get this deal done pretty rapid, but it's going to take 50 million euros in order to get it done. Pay the money! Get the players in now! I'm sick of what we're doing, though. We got 2 fucking squad players in. Let's get De Jong and Martinez in now. We need to get these guys in, for fuck's sake. So there you go. That's looking good. We need to bloody pay the money and get this guy in, don't we? Just quickly on Frankie De Jong. Is there much more on the Frankie situation today? Not that much, but Man United continue to negotiate with the club this morning. They're no longer that far apart on the agreement, and the player's choice remains key. This is the latest reports coming out of the deal. So essentially, it's the same sort of situation. Hey there, JR Nakanunku. How you doing there, bud? I hope you're good. You believe Eriksen should have the number 13, says Jim. Holy shit, the bedved. Right, so also City have announced the signing of Calvin Phillips. Who cares? Initial 42 mil. You've been rinsed. Also, Everton are close. Everton and United are supposed to be interested in Steven Bergwijn. I don't really want him, guys. Bergwijn, yes or no? It's a no from me. He's okay. He's decent, but it's a no from me. We don't want any cast off from any shit clubs, to be honest. Yep. Also, negotiations between Man United and Klaas-Jan Huntelaar also touched on the availability of Antony, but Huntelaar's made it clear that Ajax 70 million valuation will not be reduced. This is a report that's come out today as well. Guys, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get back into the first topic then, which is the biggest news, of course, of the day, which is that Ornstein broke the news that Eriksen has verbally agreed to join Manchester United as a free agent. Just going to give you a quick rundown, then we'll have a little bit of a Q&A. But Eriksen's verbally agreed to join United as a free agent. 30-year-old playmaker has communicated his desire to play for United and accept a 3-year deal. Contract needs to be finalised and medical conducted before the move completed. So all pretty much fine, just needs to be medical completed and then contracts finalised. So Eriksen, this is what Fab said. Eriksen will sign a 3-year deal with Manchester United this week. Medical already scheduled. Eriksen has already direct talk with Erik ten Hag. Key factor: Man United are working to announce both Malacia and Eriksen as a new signing this week. I like that. I like that relationship. Didn't Eriksen once train with ten Hag for a little bit? I mean, I think he's got, like, with Ajax for a bit or something. I think he's got some history there, just a tiny little bit of history, and I think he really rates him. So I think he has had a good input in regards to convincing Eriksen to come. So fair play to Ten Hag. So far, he's actually been able to sign the sort of players that he wants and be able to get these, have some influence to bring them in. And then also Fab confirming that Malacia official contract later today, and of course we just saw the latest update as well in regards to Malacia now successfully completing his second and medical test and signing a new contract as a United player. Ronaldo misses training due to family reasons, but we all know that it's really down to the fact that, well, he wants to find a new club. That's basically the latest news of the day, guys. Get in there, my son. Christian Eriksen, is becoming a Red. Also, Malacia today as well. Could be Malacia Day today. Should be. Will be announced soon, maybe even now, I don't know, by Manchester United. But definitely good news in regards to today from those fronts. Obviously, Ronaldo news is not good, but hey, there we go. Let's get in there then, guys, and have a cheeky little look at the live chat. We're going to have a Q&A now, folks, so get yourself involved with the chat. Do us a big favour before we do as well. Smash that like button. Give it a huge like. If you haven't done so, ask yourself why not. It's free. That's all we ask. Stun that like button. And also hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Get yourself involved by smashing the subscribe, and we'll be on here later on as well, giving the latest updates throughout the day also. Super chat. Yeah, excellent. Was he there when Ten Hag was there then? Man United Hodge says, what is this I hear of Martinez close? And get in there, Eriksen, great signing, says Man United Hodge. Man United Hodgie, thank you so much for getting in here from Dan Underbro, you bloody legend. Thank you so much for getting in here raw, bro. You're a bloody legend. Do you know where Christian Eriksen is born? Shall I tell you where he's born? He's born in the town of Middelfart in Denmark. I shit you not. Middelfart. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. Anyway, okay, so okay, so he did come through Ajax, of course, from 2010-13. That's where Tottenham signed him from, so of course. But Ten Hag wasn't the manager then, so you know what I'm saying. That's what I meant. I meant like having. That's a good point, though. He's from the Ajax system himself. That's a very, very good point. We've got another Ajax player signing for us. It's a very good point. Yeah, Man United Hodgie, thank you so much. He says, what I hear is Martinez is close. And get in there, Eriksen, great signing. Thank you so much, boss. So, yeah, Hodgie, Martinez close. Yes, so there are reports that we're working on that at the moment, and it's progressing nicely. We want to try and get him done and in before we go away on tour. That's the reports, which means that we're pushing for it, and we're trying to do it in the next 4 or 5 days, it seems. So it's possible, guys, isn't it? If that happens, if Manchester United could reach an agreement with Ajax, it should only take a few days for them to finalise contracts, terms, personal terms, and also get medical done as well. So it should literally be not that long, really, until we could get the guy through. So thank you, Man United Hodgie. I appreciate that, my man. Get in there, you don. Middle fart is a burp, surely, says Molly Do. A middle fart. Nice one. This means he will blow our opponents away then, says Paul Woolley. Nice one. Nice one there, Agrippa Chinhara. He says, hey, Pig, Darmesh from Sky Sports said that Laporta wants the Jong deal sorted soon. Excellent, mate. Excellent. This guy's been chatting mad shit, hasn't he, that Laporta? Better middle fart than bottom fart, says Michael Collins. How you doing there, Michael Collins, mate? Bottom fart. Well, that's a better middle fart. Hopefully we can get. Hopefully Eriksen can turn this side into top fart though, bro. You know, we are getting signings our manager wants, not Woodward's stupidity. Exactly, Paul Ramsey. Get in. Yes, Stephen Carr. 2 great signings down. At least 3 more to go. All right, let's get into the chat, folks. Get your thoughts and opinions in. We're nearly at 250 likes. Keep smashing that thumbs up button if you haven't done as well. Thank you, Vuti. Middle. But that is a great name for a place, isn't it? Middle fart. Top fart, says Michael. Oh, dear. Let's not forget Martinez is Ten Hag's first choice centre-back he's getting, says Callum Gill. Well, how do you mean, Callum Gill? He's Ten Hag's third choice centre-back he's getting. I mean, but this guy has played a lot of games for Ajax in the last season. And he also was versatile to the point where he played quite a lot of times DM as well. So fair enough. I think maybe we might be getting this guy in to play defensive midfield anyway. But to centre back, he could be a centre back. He might be midfielder. I mean, there's a lot of reports coming out at the moment that that we are working on getting this guy very, very soon. So hopefully that's the case, my son. Bet he will be good at top trump, says Callum Gill. Oh man, you don't mean that. I mean, Timber was his first, then it was Torres. Right, I see what you're saying, Callum Gill, right? I was going to say, like, that's what I thought you meant. How do you know it was Torres, though? We were linked to Torres. He was a player we were linked to. We could go and get Torres if we wanted to, bud. What do you mean? We could get Torres. He's only at Villarreal. They don't have Champions League football. They finished like 7th or something. They don't have Champions League football. We could get him, I think, if Ten Hag really wanted him. I think that Ten Hag's just identified somebody who's versatile, could play more than one position, and also he knows is going to play the sort of style that he wants. Whereas Pau Torres is still somewhat of a, slower sort of player as well. And I don't know. I mean, maybe you're right, but I don't think he's his third choice personally. Maybe Timber was his first choice. I think you're right with that. I think probably Timber was his first choice. But hey, look, I think this guy's great because he's versatile. He can play DM. Even if you were to get another centre-back in the future, this guy can just pop into a different position. Do I think Eriksen will play every game, says Mark Coughlin? I do not actually, pal. No, pretty sure he won't. Pretty sure he's just coming in to bolster the options, compete for the starting spot, of course. And he'll play quite a lot of games, but I wouldn't think he'll play all of them, no. Yeah, AK Martinez deal close. Absolutely. We're working on it behind the scenes, my son. Come on. Simon Carey says De Jong will get done. We'll just need to stay calm because Barcelona are trying to make De Jong look as bad guy like they did to Messi in the media behind closed doors. It's let's get a deal done. Yeah, that's true, Simon. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. Timber over Martinez, says Taran Kumar. Right, so I'm probably with you. I would be more excited to get Timber in because he's 20. He's younger. He's had an exceptional season. He's physically strong and, quick. And he's versatile himself. He can play centre-back, right-back. So I probably would rather Timber just because he seems like he's on the back of a really exciting season. I can imagine in a year's time, every club in the world's going to want him, So I feel that. Rene Opdan says, sell Maguire, sell Shaw. There are better players coming. Martinez is international from Argentina is one of the key players there. Exactly. This is a good standard player. Get rid of Maguire. I couldn't agree more. If we can get 4 in this week, Ronaldo might stay. Fingers crossed, says Joe Snow, depending on the calibre of the players. Man City bought its 11th club today. Palmeiras. What the fuck, says John Anderson. What the fuck? Rushmano says 248 likes. Nice one. Everyone drop the like. We're almost at 250. Timber in Jan, says John Adair. Robin says, finally. Can we pay someone to take Slabhead, says Dizzy? Not enough money in the world. Joe says we should sign Martinez and then Timber in Jan or next summer and get Maguire and Lindelof out. Great plan. Out of everyone we're linked with, the person I desperately want, Anthony says Twisted Fate, his skill on the ball and creativeness is just mental. Yeah, he looks very good. 12 goals, 10 assists from last season. Does Martinez start for Argentina? I think he's had I don't think he starts regularly because I think he's only had not that many caps for them, mate. Let's just have a look. He's been capped. I think he's been capped not that many times, but let me have a look. So I'm not too sure. He's been capped 7 times for Argentina, so maybe he's just started breaking into their team. But certainly he's not a shoo-in or a stalwart for their side, is he? With only seven senior caps. So I wouldn't say he's a starter, but maybe he is now. I don't know if he's actually in the current manager's starting lineup. Hey, Rushmano says, gotta go, catch you later. I've got to run too as well, guys. I'm going to be getting on shortly as well with more breaking news if there is any. But thank you everyone for watching this stream. You're a bunch of legends. Thank you everyone for chatting. Do us a favor and hit the like before you go. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Get yourself involved with the legends as well after this video is finished by coming back after it's finished and get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section. Have your say after it's finished. The debate does not have to stop there. Come back and get your thoughts and opinions in about this Christian Eriksen deal, etc. Nice one, Mark Coughlin. Thank you, Madhouse, AK, United Till I Die, Simon Cowie, Mrs. P, Kate Cadet, Jonathan Gallagher, Dizzy Red Devil, Taran Kumar, Simon, Rushmono. And by the way, guys, Rushmono said we hit 59.7k. Get in there, my son. And we have just torn past it, my friend. That's beautiful. Thank you all for tuning in and getting in here raw. With your likes and your subscriptions, and everybody who gets in here and supports the channel. You're a bunch of legends. Thank you, everyone. Conroy, Stephen, Joe, John, Chris, Vuti, Mrs. P, AK, Madhouse, Rushy, Simon, and all the legends. Thank you for tuning in. That's that. Come back and have your say in a bit. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United. In fact, you know what? Do us a favor, guys. Do us a favor. Kate Cadet, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. Thank you so much. Let's get a Sue in the live chat there, my son, for this guy. Sue! What a fucking legend. Also, guys, do us a mad favor. Go over to my Instagram post. If you're on Instagram, right? Here it is. Help us out. Give it a little like and subscribe to my Instagram. Here is the Instagram address, and it's also pinned to the top of the live chat, so go and check that out. Nice one, Michael Collins, AK0793, Jim, Mrs. P, Kate Cadet, and everyone else. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's the end of the show. Catch you in a bit. We'll give you all the latest news. Click the bell, smash the subscribe, smash the like, and I'll see you on the next one. Come on, United! Finally doing a bit of business, but sort your friggin' lives out, my son. See you guys. See